by opening up our farm, which started 2008, was a big step, because before that we were more like a greenhouse growers and horse breeders. But to open up the farm, we thought it would be interesting to offer people to come here, both to meet the Icelandic horse and get the knowledge about, because the Icelandic horse is really special and unique horse breed. Also to come into the greenhouses and see how we are growing vegetable in Iceland. What I really care about is, as a farmer, to have that opportunity to spread knowledge, because in our tours we are spreading knowledge every day. We are telling stories every day. So all our guests which are coming to the restaurant, they get the story about how it's possible to be growing tomatoes in Iceland and what is so special about them. And also when they come to the stable, we tell them about the Icelandic horse. And I think that is something which have given me more pleasure that to be able to do so in that way, because I think it's something which, if you can give something which people take home and think more about, that's a good thing. Me and my wife, we met in a college in Reykjavik, and we were looking for some place where we could sit down and try to do something about growing vegetable and breeding horses and working with them. Didn't have much money, so it was tricky to find some place, but Friðheimar is an old greenhouse farm. It was starting 1946, but when we bought it 1995, then nobody had lived here for 4 or 5 years, so it was in a really bad shape. But cheap farm for young people to buy, so we bought it, and then we have been building it up through the years. And we can say in the beginning it was first the idea just to be living with growing vegetable and breeding horses and working with them. But then we took a huge big step 14 years ago when we decided to open up our farm, to invite guests to come here. I can say that have been a huge big adventure, and before that we were 6 people working in our company, and now we are 60 people working here all year round. We have been growing tomatoes, sweet pepper, cucumber, even tried zucchini, but we realized it soon that to be good in something, it's better to focus on one type of variety. And tomatoes was something which we really like to do. We really like the plant, and if you like the plant, you can also be good in it, and try to be known on the market for a good quality tomatoes. Iceland is a quite good place for growing vegetable, and many people doesn't think so. Just the name of our country, Iceland, is to give you any clue that we can do so. But with a good help from our nature, we can make it possible. So we use the hot water in the ground to warm up our houses. Then we can also be growing all year round by using the electricity to make light or sun for the plants every day of the year. And in Iceland, we can be proud that all our electricity in Iceland is green-making electricity, made from the cold water to warm water, both by running turbines. So we are in quite unique position here in Iceland to be running this in green energy. Water is really important for plants, and tomatoes are 92% water. And in Iceland, we are so lucky. We often say the best water in the world. We have a really good clear water coming from our mountains, so I can watering my plants with the same water that we are drinking in our houses, and that's helped us to get a good quality. I really love what we're doing because I have a passion for it, and that's the key word. If you don't have passion for these things, you could not do it, because it's a 24/7 work. Also about the tourists, you really need to have passion to be around people to spread knowledge if you're going to be able to do it. And I'm so lucky. I have passion for all of this, for the plants, for the horses, and also for our guests. And I often hear that from our guests that Knútur, you are a lucky man. You really have a passion for what you're doing. Then you don't have to come any day to work if you're doing something which you really like or have passion for. And that's often like that. I really often feel it like that. I can be doing what I have passion and interest for. But in the other hand, it's also really important to go and load the batteries and go away and take some days off, and especially with the family and my wife.